What's up, everyone? Happy Tuesday, and today, as we approach week 16 of the NFL season, I am doing a playoff prediction and analysis. I am going through each team's current 538 projections to make the playoffs and going through and looking at different scenarios on how they can clinch and what this week's games will do to their percentages. So let's get right into it now. If we go through the current standings right now, the Chiefs right now are in first place in the AFC and have made the playoffs, won their division, and will most likely get the 1 seed in the first round bye. Second is the Bills, who have made the playoffs and won their division. Third is the Steelers. The Steelers right now are first place in not first first place in the division, yes, and have made the playoffs but have a 73% chance to win their division. The Titans right now have a 98% chance to make the playoffs, 56% chance to win their division. The Browns, who are currently the 5th seed in the AFC, 93% chance to make the playoffs, 27% chance to win their division. The Colts, who follow them, 92 and 44, as you see right here. And the Dolphins, this is the most interesting thing, who are currently the 7th seed, have a 31% chance to make the playoffs, followed by the Ravens, who are on the outside looking in right now, who have an 86% chance to make the playoffs. Now, if we go to the NFC, right now the Packers are the top seed, and they have made the playoffs, won the division, have a 79% chance at a first round bye. Next, we go to the Saints. The Saints have made the playoffs, 98% chance to win the division, and 15% chance at a first round bye. Next is the Seahawks. Seahawks have made the playoffs, 65% chance at their division. Their game against the Rams will pretty much determine that this week, and a 4% chance at a first round bye. Washington is all the way down here, 75-75, basically need a win and a Giants loss. And then you have the Rams, who are the first wildcard team, 98 and 35. Then the Buccaneers, very interesting team, 99 and 2% to win their division. Most likely a Saints division, but most likely will be in the playoffs. Lastly is the Cardinals. They are in this week with a win and a Chicago loss. The Cardinals are currently sitting at 70% chance to make the playoffs. Now, on the outside looking in right now is the Bears at a 31% chance to make the playoffs, and the Vikings all the way down here. There's still a chance, but very not likely at 2%. Next, what I did is I went through 538's win probabilities for this week, and I built in and predicted what they predict for this week. For example, right now it gives the Chiefs an 88% chance to beat the Falcons, and so I put a win for the Chiefs in their Week 16 matchup. Now, after going through all of these, you can see the updated standings and the updated playoff chances. A Chiefs with the win will guarantee a first round bye. A Saints with a win over Minnesota will give them a division win, but most likely not a first round bye, as they are still going to be behind the Packers. A Bills win against New England really doesn't do anything to their playoff chances, as they have already won their division and as they have already made the playoffs. The Packers with a win against the Titans would give them a 77% chance to get a first round bye. The Giants play the Ravens this week, and the Ravens have currently a 84% chance to win this game. A win for the Ravens this week would give them a 79% chance to make the playoffs. And even though it's crazy to think that they win, but their percentage of making the playoffs goes down from what it is right now from 86 to 79. The Colts with a win against Pittsburgh, which they currently have a 53% chance probability to do so, would bump them up to a 99% chance to make the playoffs and a 94% chance to make the playoffs, as the Titans have to play the Packers, and 538 does not think the Titans will be able to pull off the upset. The Buccaneers should win at Detroit, and that would give them a playoff berth. As we just talked about, the Titans then would be bumped to a 92% chance to make the playoffs, but only a 6% chance to win the division with a loss at Green Bay and an Indianapolis win against Pittsburgh. The Browns, on the other hand, against the Jets, if they win, they will have a 95% chance to make the playoffs, and with the Pittsburgh loss, they will have a 62% chance to win their division. The Seahawks, with a win against the Rams, really doesn't do much except clinch their division. Even with a loss against Seattle, the Rams will clinch a playoff berth. The Steelers will have a playoff berth, but with a loss against Indianapolis, they will only have a 38% chance to win their division. The Cardinals, who play the Niners this week, if they win, They will have an 80% chance to make the playoffs, and the Dolphins will only go up 4 percentage points if they win against the Raiders. The Bears, who are right now still on the outside looking in, even with a win at Jacksonville, will only be up to 20%. And as you can see down here, the Washington football team with a win against Carolina and a Giants loss will win their division and therefore make the playoffs. Now, one thing I want to see here is the AFC South, which you have the Colts and the Titans. Let's say the Titans are able to pull off this upset. So let's change this to a win. That means the Colts will have a 98% chance to make the playoffs, but only a 26% chance to win the division, and it will give the Titans a 74% chance to win the division. Let's say, though, that the Colts lose. The Titans, therefore, win the division. So if the Colts want to have a shot at the division this week, they must beat the Steelers, or they must hope that the Titans lose against Green Bay, because then if we go to week 17 in their matchup, let's say I would assume the Colts will beat the Jaguars, and the Titans, tough matchup, but even if let's say they beat Houston, well, looks like the Titans are in through their division and the Colts are not. But even with a loss to Houston, that would make the Colts the division winner. So the Colts need to either win out and have the Titans lose one, or the Colts need the Titans to lose out and the Colts win one of their next two. Obviously, the most likely scenario is the Colts, if they want to win their division, is beating Pittsburgh this week, and the Titans losing against Green Bay, which, as we see here, would bump them up to a 94% chance to win their division. So that's pretty much it for this week, guys. I hope you kind of understood the process of how I went through each scenario for this week and how that could affect the playoff pictures and percentages of making the playoffs. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe down below. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you know where to leave them in the comments. And be sure to maybe drop a like if you did like this content that I gave you today. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. This is Wesley from Core 4 Sports.